So how much time do you think Luffy has left? Now, 10 minutes could be just an estimate. I don't think it's precise. 9:59, he doesn't have hockey. 10:000, he has hockey. Like, I don't think it's like that. But, like, we're dealing with approximates. And movie, TV show time, you can have a 10-second countdown that can last 45 minutes of screen time. It is what it is. But we can do a rough estimate. It took at least a minute for Daffy to actually get moving. Okay? Luffy falls down. He's laying there. Daffy's repairing himself. It took Daffy, first of all, he had to get off the wall. That took a little bit of time because we had a little bit of reaction for that. Gets off the wall. He stands there. He repairs himself. That took a little time. Gets down. Luffy starts running away. So I think we're probably about halfway through the time period. I think 5 minutes has probably passed because Sabo had this long conversation with Burgess. Long, I mean, at least several minutes. Then they fought. The time before that started happening. So I think we're probably about halfway through. So that another 5 minutes, we're probably talking another 10 episodes before we get through the last 5 minutes. I don't know. Something like that. Luffy's probably right. When he gets his hockey back, probably one more knockout blow and that's it. Yeah, we'll see because like he repaired himself. Did he repair himself to the point where before the fight started? Probably not. But I do believe I'm back to believing that Luffy now, since he explained he can get his hockey back. We're now at a point where I believe he will do the finishing blow, which is what I think should happen. Either him or Law should do it. Law is kind of obvious. If we were taking bets, I would say Law. So if it ends up being Luffy, it's still satisfying, but you're a little bit subverting expectations. So that kind of works out. So that's what I'm hoping happens. I also don't mind Toy Soldier. He would be the dark horse if I was setting betting odds, right? So, all right. Well, anyway, let's go and get into this. This is episode 730, and we are going on one. 3, 2, 1. One after the next. Get them out of here. Boy, he looks so tired. All you gotta do is have heavy eyelids, slack mouth. That's all it takes, man. You know? Breathing hard, I guess. I just keep marveling at the animation. They're really good. It's about conveying what you want to convey, right? And some people are good at it and some aren't. You know? It's that simple. There's a lot you can do, buddy. You out of your goddamn mind. He's tired as hell, man. Poor guy. I didn't recognize a single one of those words. I wonder what started that fire back there. That wasn't Sabo. I don't think he was that far in. You see, the fire is where Daffy is, right? Jerk just isn't hard enough for me. I'm sure that's a translation issue, right? What, why am I laughing? These people are terrorized and they're running for their lives and they're probably going to die. Jesus, wow, there's way more than I thought there was. What do we think the population of this island is? A couple 100,000? Is that too much? What's a large town in that technology level? Probably 100,000 would be. Well, I say town. I assume the island is a series of towns. Maybe it's one town. Anyway, I was laughing because the dialogue was good and the delivery was good, so I'm just laughing with being impressed, essentially, enjoying what they're conveying to us. Jesus, man. It's almost like a Cthulhu. Like, it's got a Cthulhu vibe, right? That's what he's working with right now. Just stay strong, man. Don't give up yet. We're running out of time. It looks like a devil, like the impression he made, like his little impression he made in the wall. Almost looks like a devil's face. Or if that's intentional, or it's just, that happened to be the shape. So look at that. Glass jaw went down again. Big as hell, jaw like a glass. What about you, King? Has it been an hour? Probably not. Not since he stopped Peaky. There's no way. What's with the fireflies? Yeah. The hell was that? Are those tears from the princess? Are we going to get revived? What happens if Luffy got one of those? Would he get his hockey faster? It ain't God or the powers that be helping. That's for goddamn sure, because we don't even have God in this world. We have religion. That doesn't mean we have God, right? All right, here we go. Is this going to work? I think not. But he does brag that there's nothing he can't cut. So, irresistible object versus, or is it immovable object versus irresistible force? That's what this is. Yep. See, it goes down to the friction between his shoes and the pavement. That's the weakness. It doesn't matter how strong he is physically. This comes down to the friction between his shoes and the pavement. That is the weak spot. Now, if you could dig your feet into the ground up to, like, say, the top of the ankle, then you would have complete, solidity. Then it's about your strength. This ain't about your strength. This is about the friction between your shoes and the ground. That's physics. I know this show's often like kiss my ass physics. I understand that, but I'm just saying. Yeah. What about your art power? Is there something you can do? He hardened his paintbrush. Ha. Well, 3 of them. 3 is better than 1. That's for goddamn sure. Ha. So, what are we going to do here? How strong are these little guys? They're fired up. I know that's right. I like your Cylon eye, by the way. Well, it is sea prism, so how strong is the cohesion between the different blocks, right? That's the physics of this. How strong is a mortar keeping these blocks into place? Seems pretty strong. They're trying. Maybe they're slowing it down a little bit. I don't know. I doubt it. Yeah, we're trying. No. Look at Usopp back there, bitch ass. It is like him. Yep, I like your little devil face you put into the wall there. What are your intentions? You're going to be killed by the birdcage too, right? Really? After they die, you die. He doesn't care about any of you. You're in for a sticky end, man. You just shot a innocent person. Bum rush him. Well, a lot of you would die if you bum rush him. So you guys think you're going to survive that, huh? You killed that man. Cold-blooded murder, which I don't necessarily have a problem with, but I'm just saying, he crushed his skull. Didn't just fracture his skull, pulverized his skull with that barrier fist. That was awesome. God damn. Let's see if Glassjaw can do something this time. Third time's the charm, right? Oh shit. That's right. That king can punch, man. That's why he's called King Punch. I forget who the bald guy with the swords is affiliated with. Is he affiliated with the king that can punch? Or is he affiliated with Spikehead? They got cured by the princess, I think. I see. Golden Tears. Let's go. That's right. Don't depend on others. I ship it. And I don't ship anything. Trust me. Baby 5 deserves some appreciation and happiness. Even though she is a cold-blooded murderer. She's killed as many people as any of these bastards. Maybe I'm sexist, I don't know. But I don't think her heart was ever into evil. She was just misguided. Groomed from a young girl to be evil, right? Essentially. Let's see. He's making it go even faster. Dead as hell. We can't help but push. We're dying. It's basically going to be like a blender, man. What do they call that? There's a special feature on the blender where it really dices things up. That's what's going to happen, man. Yeah. Yep, we're dead as hell. Run faster, but to where, right? Well, away from that at least, because that seems to be on your heels. You got that woman running with a baby, that's dangerous as hell. I mean, you don't have any choice, but, just saying it's not good. F this guy. He wants to do this to the entire world, by the way. Let's not get it twisted. He doesn't want to just do this to one island. This is his plan for all of humanity. And then you know what he'd probably do? Let's say he did kill everybody in the world. He would go back to wherever the celestial dragons live and kill all of them too because they wouldn't let him back in. Like it's just that's his goal, man. Death to all humans, right? I'll give this son bitch one thing because he seemed like a bitch ass little punk waiting until Luffy was down before he jumped on him, right? He can fight. He's got a certain set of skills. I just don't think he's good enough, but I mean he can definitely hold his own. We're seeing that, right? Having said that, get effing wrecked. Yeah. He really knows how to use his power. It's not just all fire all the time. It's not just all pipe all the time. It's a combination. Yep. I don't think we have 10 minutes to stop this. I think Law's going to have to jump in. Sounds like somebody's an asshole is what it sounds like. They're not having any impact, man. No impact whatsoever. And the weakness, like I said, is the shoes, the friction of the shoes against the pavement. That's it. What's it gonna be, Law? You gonna get this teardrop? We need a teardrop, man. That's one of my favorite songs, is Teardrop. So every time I say it, I think of the theme of House. They're not having any impact either, man. You're just fooling yourselves. If you had 20 Frankies, maybe. These little guys, they can't. They're strong, but they're not that strong. Now, I do think the barrier would probably work, but how do you make it, big enough to save 100,000 people or whatever, right? Also, be careful with that golden rain, because you're gonna hit some of the bad guys and get them back up. We don't want that. She should know what she's crying on. Three minutes to go. What's the time limit on Luffy? I think it's going to be close. Because I predicted he was... Oh, god damn it. Okay, thank you for explaining. I said 5. I did pretty good. Yep. Great. He's going to have to get the teardrop to accelerate the process. But I predicted 5, and it ends up being 4, and a little time has passed. So I think I was pretty spot on. I feel pretty good about that. That's why he speeded up the process, by the way. He must have an idea that Luffy can get his strength back. Like, why else would these guys engage with him? F you. That's our message to you. Most people don't have a chance, man. They're just not fast enough. Even he can't stop it, but don't make him shit himself. I don't know what the outer limit of his barrier is, but if it would work, I believe. I don't believe the Strange could beat the barrier if he could do a complete dome. Hey, man, now we're talking. If he could do a complete dome and it was big enough to encompass all 100,000 people or however many it is, I believe it would work. But I don't know that he can extend out that far to protect that many people. We don't know, but like we've never seen him do anything. The biggest thing we've seen him do is make the stairs go way up there, right? Yeah. It's almost like something helped. They're really slow playing this one. It's obvious what it is. Flops? I thought they were teardrops. Oh, I see. Hey, man. I was close. She's got a little insect person up there flying her around so she can spread these around. Again, these could hit bad guys, though. Look, you're limping, man. Sorry, you're dead. Until this dandelion hits his ass and he starts moving. Booyah. Shit, they all missed him. He's dead. Ha ha. Thank you. Ha 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 ha. He left you chumps in the dust. I like their backpack. Some kind of creature on the back. Now we're talking. Don't let him hit the bad guys. The guy are crying like a mug, man. I think so too. Say, my leg feels better. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Right. I see. Well, now is all we have. Yeah. You better keep your cane. You're going to need it. Or a crutch or whatever. Yeah. You got the patience I run the doctor. Hey, the gods descend to the powers that be. Maybe she'll be the new monarch of the entire island. She deserves it, man. She's putting herself out there. Maybe they can be co-monarchs. Biarchy. Huh. Okay. Nah, this is great, man. She's saving lives. It's not always about weapons. Well, if you ever run out of tears, just punch yourself in the gut. We don't have time. They've already told us the time doesn't work out. He is sleepy, man. So I wonder if he's going to get some of those dandelions. Is that room? What the hell? Did you get a dandelion? Yeah. Really? Not in time. Yeah. The thing is, not good enough. Can you even carry yourself? I sure as hell can't carry him. Great. Well, I wonder. The dandelion thing is such an obvious out. I don't think they're going to use that. I don't know how they're going to get this done in time. Maybe it'll just be pushing. We'll actually push it, stall it, slow it down enough that we have enough time for Luffy to recover. Is probably what's going to happen. That'd be my bet. Because they're going heavy in on the dandelion thing. So it's such an obvious thing, right? So I think it'll just be that the pushing, because they're also showing the pushing, they're going heavy on that, right? So one of those two things is a solution. I think the pushing is actually going to end up being a solution. They slow it down just enough. One punch, and then the bird cage go away. It's not going to be a massive fight this time. I think it's going to be one punch. Luffy's just going to give him one. Pow! Straight to the moon.